What's going on, YouTubers? Today I'm going to show you how to take apart your mb05 sniper rifle, clean it, basic maintenance, and put it back together. Alright, enjoy! First thing you want to do is remove your bipod, if you use one. I really don't use it, but just for the sake of standing it up, I do. Get all your stuff out. So first thing you're going to want is your Allen key. Go ahead, pop out your magazine here. 2 spots here, 1 here. And you should actually know this part by assembling your sniper. And 1 right in here. Get in there. There we go. Alright, once that's done, just go ahead and lift and separate the upper and lower receiver. So now you're just left with your upper receiver. Okay, what you want to do next is get a nice screwdriver. You're going to want to be taking off your trigger. So the piston's here. Just go ahead and pull that right out. There you go. It takes a little bit of force. Now there's 2 screws. Okay. 1 here and 1 here. Go ahead and remove those. Not remove, but unthread. Okay. And okay, set that aside. Alright. Next, you're just going to want to go ahead and lift up and pull that out. Now, to get to your barrel, I've got my own Allen set here. There's a very tiny Allen screw right there. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and unthread that a little bit, not too much, you don't want to lose it. Okay, go ahead and just start unthreading your barrel. Now I'm going to be showing you a couple of upgrades here that I've also done. For example, that trigger is a full metal trigger I got off of hitguns.com. This is a standard scope. I was thinking of upgrading to a dual scope with illuminating light. Okay, so next thing you're going to want to do is actually kind of hold in your mag release, and there's a screw right in there. Right, I'll show you here. Right here. Oh, get my hand out of the way. Okay, and you would just unthread that. Now I have barrel spacers in, and I'm not going to be actually pulling out the barrel here. For me, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to put the mag release back on, but once you get that out, you just kind of push down here and to go ahead and take out your barrel assembly. Now, in order to get your spring and piston out, okay, you'll see kind of a screw right there, a little Allen screw. Don't take that out. Instead, get some needle nose pliers. You're going to notice there's 2 little serrations right there at the tip. Also, you'll notice I don't have a velocity reducer. Mine didn't come with that. I think that was a thing of the old models. So just go ahead and put that in and just unscrew. Now I have, as I said, upgraded barrel spacers which help stabilize the shot. The full metal trigger assembly, and you'll see here that I don't have the plastic spring and piston. Instead, what I have is a full metal spring and piston here. Full metal piston and upgraded 190 spring. There's little washers in here, and I'll show you what they are. Get this out. So there's 3 washers. You'll notice that there's kind of inner part, outer part. Okay, it's kind of like that for all 3, except one of them has kind of dots on it. So the way I clean this is I get some CLP cleaner. Figured if it's good enough for real firearms, it's going to be good enough for an airsoft rifle. I use an old shirt. Just put all this aside here. Okay. Now you don't need much, but just go ahead and coat your assembly here. Now I've actually already cleaned this off prior to this video, but for the sake of showing, okay, and put this on, put this guy on, there you go. Let's go ahead and just lubricate our spring. There you go, just get a nice coat on that. And let's coat our other piston here. Alright. Slip that back on. Put this guy on. Now you'll notice inside there's going to be a type of guide rod. The way to do this, insert, and just try to line it up as best as possible here. This is kind of the most tedious part of all this here, I think. And you could just kind of keep it in place. Use something to just nudge that little guide rod over. Get it to go in. There we go. Alright, so we have that in. Next thing you want to do, the way I do it, I go ahead and just grab the edge here. I can press down. I hate dealing with springs. Come on, buddy. Get in there. Oh, it's this O-ring that's stopping me. There we go. Piece of crap. Alright. 3 times the charm, right? There we go. Alright, now we got somewhere. I actually have an upgraded barrel coming. But I noticed on this barrel that there's 2 serrations, and from a previous video that I saw, I guess some upgraded barrels don't have the second serration, and if it doesn't have it, well, I'm not going to be using it. I mean, I think this thing's pretty accurate enough as it is, so just go ahead and put some lubricant on that. There you go. Set that guy aside. What you want to do is go ahead and just take your scope assembly here. There's also a kind of a grayish piece. Don't lose that. That just tucks nicely right in there. I'm just putting some on the threading. place them right in there. Get that nice and lubed up. That's what she said. Now you don't need a thick coat, but it's okay. Now, let's go ahead and take this guy again. There we go. Place him on the threading inside the barrel. Alright, let's go ahead and reassemble our barrel here. And there is a little trick to this. And the trick is that the barrel over tightens naturally. So what you're going to have to do, there's one thing I didn't mention by removing your inner barrel, is you need to screw in your hop up roughly all the way. Anyways, I need this nice and lined up, as you can see. Beautiful. I'm going to just take your small Allen key and just tighten that little screw back up. Not too tight, you don't want to break anything. Alright, now we have this guy. Go ahead and just put that right in there. Take your trigger assembly. Place that right back on. Screw that on. Now, like I said, this is a full metal trigger with the rest of the upgrades here. The old plastic one starting to break. Let me actually put a little bit of lubricant on this guy just to kind of help it from rusting. Put some on the sear. Pop this guy right back in. There you go. And place back on. I usually just tighten the front screw really good, because the back one, you don't have a whole lot of room if you really make it tight, unless you've got really great arm strength, which sadly I do not. And your sniper's back together. There you go. Even just cool. I even saw some air come out of there. It was probably just lubricant. And that's it. So the spring and piston upgrade was roughly, I'd say, what was it, like 24 bucks. The trigger was about 20 bucks. And I got the trigger off of hitguns.com, like I said. The piston assembly I got off of e-bike. The barrel spaces are Angel Custom barrel spaces for L96 rifles. I got that off of e-bike for about 20 bucks roughly. And yeah, the CLP I got at Walmart. And it was like 5 bucks. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, by all means feel free to ask, and I will be more than happy to answer anything you guys got. Alright, that's it. Bye-bye.